Yeah, but it was a penalty. Yeah, it's a shirt pull, it's a clear shirt pull, it's a foul, it's in the box. If you're asking Richarlison go down for it, then you're asking people to fall on the floor. My players get criticised when they shouldn't do, in my opinion, recently for going down, for fouls that are fouls. And so I think that was a penalty. I can't complain with the red after that. If they don't give that, then it's a red card.
And then the penalty that was given, obviously the player had already been booked on a game. Do you think he should have had a yellow card?
Yes.
Yeah. What have you said to the players, and after that, how do you pick them?
Great effort, outstanding effort. Game plan before the game were brilliant. For, the period of 11v11, it felt like a game we controlled, and more goals would maybe come. Should have scored more against a really good side, and it's really hard to say anything to them after that. 70 minutes in the Premier League with one man down is a really big ask. Quality team, Brentford can move the ball, and the effort was amazing from the players. It's a hard one to react to quickly. It's time for a day off tomorrow and come away for it for them, because their effort was massive, and they'll have to have more massive effort on Thursday.
Obviously, Lampard was sent off. Keane not available for today. How is your defence looking for Thursday?
We'll see. Michael was sick overnight, so we're hoping it's a short-term one that will recover him for Thursday. Otherwise, probably our other centre-backs won't be fit in time for that.
Any concern, Frank? I mean, because everything went wrong today, that to pick yourselves up for another massive game on Thursday is going to be difficult?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's what these players have done for the last period, and I think it was everyone understands the game today. If I sat here 11v11 and we went 1-0 up and lost 3-2, I think you could ask me why it went wrong tactically or individually. I can't say it today. Everyone should understand that. They just need to rest and go again with the same desire, hopefully with 11 men through the game.
Right, you said obviously Sorensen should have got a second yellow. I think it seems so blatant and obvious booking, and obviously they completely choose the complexion of the game, second half, 10v10. Just how frustrating moments like that.
But to be honest, the most frustrating thing is I have to come and speak about it, because I'm fed up speaking about it, because it's happened regularly against us, and I'm probably going to do a Zoom charge or something this week and put my case for the Liverpool game. So what's the point in me saying too much about it now?
And just on the discipline,
no issue with discipline. No issue with discipline. Salomon's is a bad tackle. I think you see in his reaction, he comes off at a hot-headed moment. It's not the Salomon really that I know. So that one is a bad tackle. At that point, the game's probably done. We're in the last throws of the game. I'm not defending it. It was far away from me, but it wasn't a good tackle. But the first one isn't discipline. It's a footballing mistake. You're on the halfway line. You have to get running earlier and defend the space behind you, and we didn't do that.
Do you think the slightly more experienced Jarrod would have let him go?
Possibly. I think with more experience, Jarrod would have run earlier and not had the issue that he got himself in.
I think it's important you have that perspective, because it seems really down, but if you do get result against Palace, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, down is no problem tonight. I'm not going to tell anyone to feel somehow different today. What we all feel, because it's a game that was the circumstances of the game. If we probably had, as I said there before, a performance that looked not at it or all over the place or something, it wasn't. The clear feeling of the game was that we were doing really well until the red card. So. Down is normal, we want to win, we want to stay in the league, but everybody saw the intention of the team from the first minute to the last, so that's all we need to do. So down for a day's fine, rest a bit tomorrow, be positive from then on, and everybody gets together at the club as we did today.
Hi Frank, we just had Thomas in here and he was kind of talking about how many different times he was switching formations during the game, but kind of hard to react to, because 1 minute they were playing 3 at the back, then it was 4, and it just seemed like they were constantly trying to do different things.
Yeah, not for us today, because we were down to 9 outfield players, so however much they rotate and go through, the same thing for us was block the pitch, block the middle of the pitch, force them wide, try and deal with crosses that come into the box. So, the idea that they change, we obviously noticed that, and you see that, and they've got an extra man so they can be more offensive, put a midfield player on the side of a back three, all these things. But there weren't many. We couldn't do much. I only did a forced change in the last moments of bringing Salomon on, was just to try and, can we go longer, can we get seconds? It left us very open at the back, but it was the only option.
You've made the point that those first 17 minutes were really strong, and the intensity on the pitch and in the crowd, that's got to be enough to take that positivity into
Yeah, once the dust settles on the game and that feeling of frustration in the result, that's my point. That's my feeling amongst the players. Everyone can see they're giving everything. It's what they've been given here for a long time, and that's the beauty of it being in our hands. But at the same time, as we saw today, you respect a team of great quality, Crystal Palace. Not much to play for in terms of they're not in our situation, which sometimes can be a relaxer for them, and they can perform even better. You know, you can never gauge those. You just have to analyse them as the team that they are. But if we focus as we did and approach the game as we started today, then we'll give ourselves a very good chance. Of course, today changed on the face of the red card.
Where is sort of we don't know how the VAR's working. We've got no sort of anything in the press box to say what's gone on with the check, but there was some indication that Stockley Park said there wasn't enough for the shared incident to be checked again. Had that been relayed to you? Have you spoken to the referees afterwards, or have you seen no point?
Nah, as I said, I'm not
looking to get you into.
Nah, you wouldn't take much. I don't want a double fine. You know what I mean? It's. There's no point in it, and this is part of what I want to say when I talk about what happened. I spoke about Anfield. I wasn't speaking about Stuart Atwell. I wasn't speaking about individuals. I was speaking about pressure situations and how it changes people. And Anfield is a different animal. But today, for me, it was pretty clear when you see that shirt pull. That's a foul anywhere on the pitch. I think it doesn't matter. This clear and obvious phrase. I don't know if it still counts or not, but it's a nonsense. Clear and obvious. It doesn't. That's the decision's either right or it's wrong. And if a referee can't see it clearly, or they're in the wrong position, and they get the benefit of someone else, so they don't have to tell them about a benefit of doubt in the middle. Is it right or wrong? Is a shirt pull a foul? Yes. Is it in the box? Yes, a penalty. So I didn't need, and I've got a lot of respect for the referee and the VARs and all the refs, because they do one of the toughest jobs. You know, I watched the Man City game earlier, and a referee has to run to a screen and make a decision on a penalty that's probably going to affect the title race, and they have to make it. Fair play to them. The reality is we're on the bad end of a lot of decisions this season, and that's just a reality. And that's hard because I have to represent the club and I have to represent the fans who come here, and those small margins can affect our position. And I do believe that penalty on the shirt pull means maybe 2-0 and 11 men, and I think we all know how that game goes.
Okay, folks.
Thanks all.
Thank you.